his foot on the gas. Starts the night outside the top 4. So let's see what he can do here in Cardiff tonight. Josh Rock, meanwhile, still pointless, but what a moment for him last week. A 9-darter in his home city of Belfast. A 9-darter that came from seemingly nowhere in his quarter-final defeat to Jan van Veen, but arguably one of the best Premier League perfect legs you will ever see. But the Premier League is all about points, isn't it? And he needs some fast. Let's hand you over to comms for our last quarter-final then, and to our team of Laura Turner and Rod Studd.
Diolch, Emma. Well, I don't think many pundits or punters thought that we'd get to week 5 and the Littler-Rock showdown would be 7th versus 8th on the league ladder, but that's where we are. Cellar Dweller Rock is yet to win a match. Littler's only won once, and that was against Humphreys in Antwerp, where he survived match darts to get over the line. So both players need points, and they need them here and now. So this is a big game at the bottom of the table. Who'd have thought it? Well, it's always a pleasure to watch a match in the company of Laura Turner. Let's see what pre-match words of wisdom she has for us. Good evening to you, Laura.
Yeah, good evening to you too, Rod. But you know, I'm like you. You know, 7th and 8th on the table. Who would have predicted that coming into this? But you just sense that you're waiting for Luke Littler to just go boom. I most certainly am. But it hasn't quite happened yet in the Premier League. But he's another player. He'll know not to panic, because think back to the year he won in 24. He didn't pick up a win until week number 9. He's been in this position before, and he still ended up topping the table and lifting the trophy at the end. So it's not quite panic stations yet.
Well, he has won one game and one game only. He was the beneficiary of Van Gerwen's absence in Glasgow, which got him a couple of points cheaply. And for contests in 2025, at this stage, he'd won 5 matches out of the 18 played. He had a nightly win and another runner-up finish on the night. So this is a big difference the 12 months has made. Double 16, and Rock strikes first.
Yeah, 12-darter to kick things off for Josh Rock, and back comes Littler. First maximum of the match.
Well, maybe the return to Cardiff will spark him, because here last year he averaged 102, 107 and 112 in winning the night. He had a 9-dart leg in the final against Van Gerwen. So maybe the Welsh air will help the nuke ignite.
The one thing I do hope and I do expect from this particular fixture, these two, when they meet each other, they do put on some big performances. You think back to the match play in that semi-final. Josh Rock raced into that 5-0 lead, 5-0 lead, and it was Littler that got the better of him in the end. But they've always been competitive when facing each other.
Tops here. That was for an 11-dart leg. That was for 12. He'll be back for 13, 14 and 15 if he needs them.
65.
Double 10. Time was that you could set your watch by Luke Littler on double 10. And check that out. It is now 8 minutes to 9 local time, as Luke Littler nails double 10 and the match is squared off at 1 each. Yes, you mentioned the match play, Laura. That one of 2 games. Littler's won 5 against Rock. He has a dominant head-to-head record, but in 2 of those matches, the match play being one, the other the Grand Slam of Darts quarter-final, Luke Littler has been the underdog in running, despite going on to win the game. Rock has traded his favourite. Oh, on the first maximum of the night. Last week, he went 6 legs without a 180. Then he hit 2 at the top of the 7th leg and went out to take the 141. It was a night where he went from outhouse to penthouse very, very quickly. Ultimately, not enough to derail Van Veen, as he lost for the 4th week on the spin. Rock, that is.
Every week the result was gone 6 legs to 2 against Josh Rock.
Yeah, he needed the John Park rule with a 9-dart leg ends the match. Double 12 will end this leg.
132.
Well, he should wrap it up from here. Should wrap it up from here. Double 6 eastern side. Oh, I said he should wrap it up, and he probably still should wrap it up as he busts his score, because Littler's still not on a finish. And I tell you what, he's not forced to be on a finish now. Just about scrapes down to the big fish, double six. Or double three, we've seen this movie before. Different script, different ending. Josh Rock leads Luke Littler 2 legs to 1.
Yeah, that's starting to look a little bit ominous there for Josh Rock, but as you say, he tidies it up nicely in the end.
Well, you said, Laura, Rock has lost 6-2 to Clayton, Van Gerwen, Humphries and Van Veen. Well, Littler will have to win 5 legs straight to extend that statistical streak. Now, I'm not saying he can't do it, it's just not likely. Littler's match average here, a couple of ticks under 91. And Rock averaging in the match 106 and change.
Yeah, this is a version of Josh Rock that we all know is there, but we haven't yet seen in the Premier League. Now it's all about maintaining this kind of level.
Well, that last leg, you can't say he got away with it because Littler never got really close to the finishing line, but on another night he might have done bullseye.
142.
There was a fair amount of faff from Josh Rock at the back end of the third leg. Treble needed, found, double top. That was the 3-1 and put Littler in trouble again in the Prem. Double 10's the pick. Well, when he's missing a brace of darts at double 10, if you're a Littler backer or a Littler fan, you'd start to get concerned. Well, they're not really threatening the target, and knows that, in point of fact. Well, can he miss 5 at a double 10 target on the trot, Luke Littler? Is that remotely possible? Not on this occasion. It's a mystery, Laura. No doubt you can solve it for us. What is happening with Luke Littler? I mean, he won superbly in the Euro Tour in Poland, didn't he? In and amongst these Premier League defeats. And yet, when he's coming to a Premier League arena, and we know he's comfortable there, he's won the Premier League. He's won umpteen nightly rounds, and yet this year, in the Prem, he's spluttering and stuttering. It's just perplexing.
It is indeed, and even in this match, he's averaging sub-90, which is not the levels that we always expect for Luke Littler. We have such high expectations for him, but yeah, you mentioned the win in Poland, but he's won on World Series. He obviously retained the World Championship title as well, so yeah, just not clicking when it comes to the Premier League.
Well, let me say something here that would normally have me locked up for my own safety and well-being. If Littler gets beat in this match, there is a possibility he could leave Cardiff bottom of the Premier League. It would require Rock to win the night, but if Rock wins here, he'll only have to win 2 more matches to do that. So, is it remotely possible that Luke Littler could leave Cardiff bottom of the Premier League after week 5? This is madness to even contemplate such a thing. He wants 51, Josh Rock, to regain his advantage. Double 16. Double 8. Littler is on a finish, and he will get a look at 114. This could be the game changer, Laura.
Absolutely. It really could. Tops for a 114, and it's another miss on the outer ring for Luke Littler.
Can't afford to keep missing. Has kept missing. You know what? He's missed 14 darts and a double in this darts match, Josh Rock. Luke Littler isn't handing it back on a plate to him. And this leg could be the game changer, because Luke Littler, despite playing way off his normal pace, is in the lead in this match for the first time.
And he's got that valuable breaker throw. I'm just looking to build on it, but both players that have been particularly efficient when it's come to the doubling, but as you say, they're 2 from 16, 13% for Josh Rock. He's creating the chances, the scoring power's been there, but the finishing's been well off.
Well, if you let Luke Littler out of jail, hand him the key to the cell and let him run wild, you're asking for trouble. Josh Rock pretty much had him on toast. That 5th leg looked almost done, and had Rock won it, he'd have gone into the lead for the 3rd time in the match. But he's handed opportunities to Littler, who made him pay a very heavy price.
Looking to go
And if Littler
167.
can just jag a win here, maybe that'll ignite his whole campaign. We don't know. Bullseye here.
142. Joshua go 138.
There's a long-range chance here for Josh Rock to level things up again. Can't find a second treble.
86. Looking to go
Oh,
125.
5 for D10. To go 4-2. 4-2 it is. From 2-1 down, Littler runs 3 legs straight.
177, as good as a max for Josh Rock, but a lot of the damage so far in this match for Josh Rock. I think legs 4, legs 5,
125.
8, 9 darts missed at a double.
Well, he's still on the 9. He's still on the 9. He's still on the 9 to make it back-to-back. 9 dart legs in consecutive weeks. He had the 22nd Premier League 9 dart leg in Belfast. Can he have the 23rd 7 days later? Another there. Looked good, didn't it? After dart 7, dart 8 did not follow. But what should follow here is an 11 or 12 dart leg to get back within a single leg of the world champ.
He just wants to finish it cleanly. Use that as a guide and does so, and it is a 12 darter.
Well, Clayton and Rock have both threatened 9 dart legs here in Cardiff this evening. Littler had one last year. Well, that would have been little short of sensational from the Northern Irishman.
You want to say, from what you've seen tonight, the 9 actually would have been more likely than what we saw in Belfast last week. He's definitely upped his levels in terms of play, and if he can just finish the sort the finishing out, then this could be a completely different scoreline.
Not only that, Laura, because he's set off with the 177, followed by the 180, the 144, as we know, is a more likely proposition than the 141, because the first double 20 you can follow, and that's why I expected him to do after dart 7 was so beautifully pitched.
Yeah, just the width of a wire away, but I agree.
162. Looking to go 121.
Double 17, not there, so Josh Rock again looking
57.
to kick-start the finish with 2 treble 20s, or going the Rob Cross route on the 18s, and he can't get it going.
56. Looking to go
Well, I understand it from Rob because he's so adept on that segment, but Josh Rock, you would have thought, would attack the treble 20. Either way, Luke Littler wants tops. And Luke Littler now, despite struggling in the early stage of this match, is now 2 up with 3 to play. Trying to earn a spot in the semis against Gedwin Price. And so, plenty is still possible. It could be a final between the 2 Lukes. It could be a final between the 2 Welshmen, because the other semi we know is Clayton v Humphreys.
85.
Fascinating prospect in the last 4 here in Cardiff.
It was really interesting to see that real big reaction there from Luke Littler. We haven't seen too much of it so far in the Premier League. He's not one to kind of give away that much. You can see that this is a match he really, really wants to get into the semi-final, pick up those points. As you mentioned before, just the one solitary win, it's very uncharacteristic for the Nuke.
131.
Yeah, you'd have to say he's way off his A game at the moment. But it looks as though it'll be still enough to win this contest. Although Rock here can push it into a 10th leg, and he will if he hits double 18, which he has. 11 darter. Littler, can he serve it out, Laura?
Well, you feel that Josh Rock will need more of that last leg, more 11s. If he's going to get past Luke Littler.
He won't be getting an 11 darter here. And Luke Littler, the former Premier League champion, the current world champion, ploughing on into the red bit. which is his second of the match.
434.
Yeah, Josh Rock just wasn't able to see off legs early on in this match. He's found himself in this position, and now Luke Littler looks like he may start to be running away with it.
Well, unless Josh Rock can turn this around dramatically, he's going to be remaining marooned at the bottom of the Premier League, pointless in the darting cellar. Well, he wanted the 140 to leave tops, but he has left the 2-dot combo to wrap up this match and hand out what would be a 5th straight defeat to Rock. Although it won't be by that repetitive 6-2 scoreline. Luke Littler wants double 10 with 2 in hand. Shut the gate, put the binoculars down. Luke Littler gets only his 2nd match win of the 2026 Premier League. He had to dig himself out of a small hole mid-match, and the Nuke wins to move into the semi-final, where he will take on Gerwyn Price. So the semi-finals in Cardiff, Clayton Humphries, Price, Littler. Who will be our nightly winner? Stay with us for the remaining 3 matches in the Premier League in the Welsh capital.